Hello, folks. Thank you very much for being here today. This is podcast number 406. Coach of T is not here with us today, but Brett and I are here. We're going to do a quick one. I'm currently mobile. Hope it's not too loud in the background. But a great day today. We finally have the air card for the Euro active and live. I used the product today. It is working absolutely flawless. I like it more than the interface and the whole process. If you've used the standard one we've been working with for several months for the US dollars, the process is a lot simpler. You don't even have to put any type of address. You can purchase online without having to put an address. So we know we have a substantial amount of European investors and users of our products. So this is a great opportunity to really give them more value for their money, as there's no international exchange rate, which I believe currently is at 2.75% of the transaction. I'm in Europe, so you better believe I'm going to be making the most out of it. And for those folks that are looking forward to using them, we look forward to your feedback. We believe it'll be extremely positive, that you'll enjoy the product quite a lot. Up to $900, which is equivalent to around 900 euros. Uh, that is I'm sorry, $1,000 load, which would be equivalent to around 900 euros. You'll be able to get on each card. They're not reloadable, but they work fantastic. Samsung, Android, Apple wallets. Let's get this crypto. I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Brett Nordin for his updates for today. We're doing well, sir.
I'm doing great. Yeah, busy Monday as always. Woke up to all of the messages from Europe, and things are going great over there. We've updated our roadmap. I think I mentioned yesterday we're putting it in a format that I think we can share out to the community to show, the progress where we are, and something a little bit easier to talk to so people can understand. I know on the podcast, as I'm kind of rambling on about where we're at and what we finished and the milestones and everything, I think it'll make it a lot more clear and something we can use going forward as a communication tool, not only to the legacy NFT investors, but also as we get closer and closer to the launch, so people are aware of the stage that we're in and can get involved in the beta testing, for example. We are going to try to follow our traditional release where we have it available. We do some internal beta testing first, and then we get it out to a select group, get their feedback, and make sure that everything is working perfectly. And then we start the marketing push. So, yeah, lots of attention on that today, as well as just some internal discussions on some features and things about the previews that we'll have available for our email. So when you click on images, as well as the storage system, the different types of documents that we can allow previews to have happen. I don't know if you're, the traditional storage, you can usually click on an icon or, make it come up so you can see part of the document and allow you to kind of identify what it is before you open it completely or download it or share it or kind of manage it. So those are some of the features we're building in. It's going to be a full featured system. So I think it might be a surprise to some people. It's not going to be some light framework of an application where you might be thinking it's very basic or simple. We're really going the full the extra mile to make sure that we add a lot of the features that people are used to seeing in a mature system like this. If we can have time, we're going to keep adding and adding until we have to get to that launch date when we have the kind of the finality of things, and we say, okay, this is our minimum value product that we're going to push out to the market, and then we're going to continuously improve from there. So it's going to be amazing. I'm looking forward to it. But in the meantime, as Atlas mentioned, we've got the Euro on the air card now. I know Alex has spent most of his day tackling that, getting it working perfectly. He was doing some testing, and I know you did, Atlas, as well. It's great to hear that it's working great for you. And we did see now the bubble bot, the buy bot on the Ark page, or sorry, the Ark Telegram chat is working as well. So when you do a air card or a Terra card, or you do a reload, it will show up in the main Telegram channel with our little buy bot. So that's very cool. as well. I did see some NFTs getting minted today, so that's exciting. People coming aboard and upgrading, consolidating, leveling up, um, helping to support the project and our long-term mission here to bring privacy in a decentralized manner. So it's great to see the support, and we appreciate everyone's help. Next big push is obviously going to be getting our air and terra cards out to the world and really start the marketing engine there. Got some pretty good updates on the presentation, been finished, and looking forward to getting the last kind of chunks of that done so that we have a full presentation. We'll probably trim it down into something short and sweet that we can take around to different groups. So we're a lot more efficient. We don't end up on 2 hour AMAs all the time, but we know that's kind of our MO. We like to talk and like to share the story. So looking forward to putting a bow on that because it's a ton of work. And we have a designer that's pretty much buried in design work right now, just trying to get out those last slides that I need to finish up that presentation. Other than that, just kind of everyday work on the development team, and things are looking good. They're working on the email system now. We do have our meeting tomorrow, so I could have some more updates on that, and that's about it. So yeah, busy week ahead. Looking forward to the getting the new website up. Alex has got some other things to work on, but I know he's got about 4 or 5 things halfway done, and he's going to get those finished up. He's also starting to work on the cross-chain bridge and swap function for the kind of the banking side of things, the crypto fiat services that we offer. Come in with fiat. Once you're in crypto, you want to bridge over to another chain. We're going to try to make that seamless for you and very easy to do. And then obviously those fees help go into our NFT rewards pool. So just another revenue stream kind of in the portfolio of that banking side of things, but a nice and highly needed thing when we're talking about DeFi and we're talking about potentially walking into a bull market where people are going to be rotating capital from one chain to another, as we see these kind of these big run ups in certain coins, but then people want to swap out and go to another chain to invest in it the next cycle. So I think it'll be a nice utility and one that we can earn a little bit of income on. So it'll be a nice addition there. Other than that, I think he's kind of done with the Euro card now for the air card upgrade. So there's a few other things on his list, but I think he's moving on to the website and as well as the bridge utility. So that's about it from me. Kind of a short one today. Coach MT's out, so we don't have any videos to watch.
Also, I'd like to
Anything else?
add, yeah, he's going to be working on the integration for the partnerships
Oh
that we
yeah,
have
yeah.
coming up here. So we've been working on that today as well. So looking
Hmm.
forward to announcing who's going to be our nurse, our first co-branding partner. We're being selective. We don't want to just go work with anyone and give them our tools, our products. It's taken us time to perfect it. It's taken us a lot of time to even sit down at the table with the bankers and get our foot in the door. And tomorrow I will be actually doing just that, sitting out at the table on Wednesday, Thursday with the bankers in Switzerland. I'll be traveling. I'll get there tomorrow. Tomorrow's podcast, I will be streaming live from beautiful Zurich, one of the
Oh,
greatest places on the planet. So
take
yeah,
your
get
coat.
ready for the trip. Oh yeah, absolutely. I might need to buy some gloves. I don't have any gloves. So
Ooh,
yeah, we're getting ready. Tomorrow's podcast, I should be there if everything goes well with the travel. And Wednesday and Thursday, we're coming down and letting them know there's a new unicorn in town. The Proton Mail Boys are a fantastic group, great products, great growth. We've got a great roadmap that they've been able to tackle, and $70 million revenue last year. That's quite fantastic. You gotta give it to them. great growth in 9 years. So we are going to go and explain to them our offering. It's not a guaranteed that we're going to be accepted. We're trying to go to one of the prime, you know, high status banking institutions. We're not going to say their name at this point, but we're definitely doing our best to be surrounded by, the wonderful blanket of security, encryption, and respect for everything that is private, which the Swiss have really excelled at. They've been a neutral country when it's come to war. In my personal belief, I believe that they are the owners of the only true fiat, as they're not in debt, they're not in a situation that through the wars, through the inflations, through the value of currency that we've seen being lost in Germany and Argentina, Venezuela, and even in the U.S. If you look at a chart that's long enough of the devaluation over the past 60 years of what a dollar would be able to afford you to now, we can see that it's almost at a 97% loss. We're talking about the inflation now, but you got to look at the whole story. You got to look at the money printing that's happened in the past 3 years, which is detrimental, and I think really the nail in the coffin. Not tomorrow, not next week, maybe not next year or the next decade, but um, there is undoubtedly pain that's going to be happening. So they're doing things right. No better place to be. No better place to, I think, be banking, and no better place that we could, you know, tap into the resources and security and comfort, understanding that we're not going to be pressured by exterior governments and agencies to bend the knee. So there's a big shift. There's a big pivot. I don't know if anybody saw last night, but there was a wild happening over on the X live spaces, the former Twitter. You had Elon Musk, you had Andrew Tate, and Alex Jones on the same call. I don't know if anybody here saw that,
I missed
but
that.
oh man, I'll send you a couple of links. The world's going crazy because Elon's being targeted. Those two guys
Mhm.
have been targeted, and you know you could call them both quacks, but there's something to it. The point is that they've been ran through the machine of persona non grata, right? They don't want you around. So Elon's getting a lot of heat right now. But anyway, beyond that, maybe one day they could all enjoy the privacy and comfort and freedom, which is behind the borders of Switzerland. I think that's going to
Serious
be it
business.
for. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, if you're able to make your business there, and even your person, I personally don't foresee a better, safer place. 114% capacity for nuclear bunkers. There's no
Hmm.
place in the world that has that. So even in the worst case scenario, boy, are they prepared. And it might seem funny or shocking, but their gun rights and laws are, compared to America, which always gets the criticism of having the ability for any citizen to own arms and sometimes even carry, depending on the state. They don't talk enough about Switzerland, but every citizen is by law forced to have a weapon and ammunition provided by the government.
Wow, I didn't know
if you
that.
if you Oh yeah, if you don't want the rifles and the guns in your home and their ammunition, you have to actually pay a fee
To
to the
store it.
government. No, no, to not have it. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
to just
not
not
to not accept
participate,
it.
to not accept it. I don't want that in my house, so you have to pay a fee to the government. I mean, they want everybody armed to the teeth. You got
That's the same as
13-year-old.
that's the same as our healthcare system.
Yeah. So they got 13-year-old kids going and winning sniper shooting contests. I mean, it's crazy. Now, the interesting part of that is we don't have the issues, right? So the Swiss don't have those problems of people walking in schools and shooting people up or gun violence. They have open carry. You can see people there walking around with machine guns, and it's so nobody's business. It's not an issue. I think it has a lot to
Wow.
do with the culture, but it's
Absolutely.
very gun ho in every sense
Yeah.
of the word. Most people don't know about that. So I've been doing some research, and I'm like, man, this is crazy. I mean,
I've
this
been there
can
and I
work.
didn't even notice that, but I guess,
You,
yeah. I mean, it
it,
wasn't in my face, that's for sure. But
yeah, it's not. It's not. It's definitely not in your
yeah.
face, but it's absolutely there. We know about their bunkers. We know about their bridging. We know why they've never been invaded by any force, and they're surrounded. They're in the middle, smack dab of all Europe, but they've never been invaded. I mean, you can't. Good luck trying to get in there through their mountains and all their bunkers, and the entry points are booby trapped. Whoever tries to really go in there. So really interesting, really interesting stuff. Not only are we secured in a bank side, but I think on a safety side. So maybe we'll do a meetup over in Switzerland. We'll go to the
That'd be
shooting
awesome.
range, have some fun. Yes,
Looking forward
sir.
to
Yes,
that.
sir. I'll send you some info on it, man. Really cool stuff. All
Yeah,
right,
that's cool.
folks. We want to thank you all for being here. If you're in Europe and you want to take out for a test drive the air card in euros, we'd love to hear your feedback. I'm blown away, impressed how well it functions. I wish we had the same product for the US dollar one. Maybe that's something that we'll do because we're
Mhm.
really liking this provider we're working with, and we see it's a so much more simpler and quick and fast process. I like the one we're using for USD, but this one I love. Let's get this crypto.
Yeah, it'd be great to see some of our community members. If you are in Europe and you want to test it out, do a quick video or testimonial. That would be huge.
Absolutely. Yeah, we got a lot of folks. We do have a lot of folks that I know personally are in Europe, and they're big fans of the USD one that we've always had. So we're gonna close it up to some Q&A.
All
Thank you
right.
all for being here. We're gonna be back tomorrow, same time, streaming live from Zurich, Switzerland. Everyone have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow.